We had a rule in the writer's room. Could this happen? If you don't go by that one rule, you're only as good as your last joke.
Both wrote a book together, a children's book, and it's one of my kids' favorite books.
First, make sure you have a story that's worth telling, that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Every single sitcom, nobody hits the ground running.
Did actually a person try to sabotage it?
Absolutely yes.
Hello there. We think it's funny, the podcast. This is Mark Schiff with my friend Danny Lobel.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, and today is a very exciting day because for the second time we have Phil Rosenthal. How are you, sir?
A second time.
Yeah, and I don't think we've really done that. So, once?
Once. He'd be our third second. He's our third second.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've been here since the first time, and I've been waiting for you to come back.
We're so happy you're back.
I'm happy to be here.
So
I
first-
like you boys.
Thank
Yes.
you. We like you boys. First of all, it's raining. So, extra thank you for coming because this is Los Angeles. And when it rains,
I thought it would hit flooding.
yeah,
Did you see the videos that are online of like Melrose and
I did see that stores,
crazy.
the stuff
Yeah.
going in the
We're
stors.
not prepared for rain.
No, it wasn't built for rain. This.
No, we were a
City.
desert town.
They spend all the money on earthquakes, rain,
We're all going to be washed away.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming out in rain because somebody else was supposed to come and they said that they couldn't come. They didn't use the R word.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But,
said the car broke down.
They said the car broke down, but I think it was the rain.
So I'm their replacement.
No, we had
Somebody first.
2 podcasts. And are you allowed to say who it was?
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
People
later
know they
if
have
you
a
want.
broken
But
car.
yeah, I don't want to make anybody.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We want to get her on eventually.
Yeah. So
Her.
let's-
I know
oh,
who it is.
now he knows.
So since you have a restaurant now,
I do.
He's
Yeah,
wearing the sweatshirt for
I'm
it.
a restaurateur.
you've invested in restaurants before.
Yes, because I'm not very bright.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Actually, you know what it is? I've done okay. Not that restaurants are a smart business to go into, but I've done okay because I don't bet on anything other than the chef. Like I don't care what the trend is. I don't care where it's located really. A little bit maybe location, but the main thing is to bet on the chef. The way you would want a studio to bet on the writer
Right.
when doing a sitcom. That's the only thing that matters. The chef is the writer.
Mm-hmm.
If you love their work,
Right.
if you love that food and you would have it again, that's kind of it.
So tell us about the lady you have. She's so special.
Well, for the diner, I teamed up with Nancy Silverton,
Right.
and she's one of the best chefs in America. If anybody's interested, they can check out her Chef's Table episode. She's Mozza, she's La Brea Bakery, and she's been a friend of mine for, I don't know, close to 30 years. And I did this show, the food and travel show. I did an episode in Maine, and I went to this fantastic diner in Maine, and it's called the Palace Diner. It's in Biddeford, Maine, about 45 minutes from Portland. And I just thought this was the greatest thing because a chef from Gramercy Tavern came, found this old abandoned railroad dining car,
Wow.
and kept the menu exactly the same, but just made everything fantastic through great ingredients and his knowledge of how to cook them. Nothing fancy. Didn't reinvent anything.
Right.
Just the best versions of comfort food you ever had. Of all the meals I had that year, around the world, that was the one that stuck with me.
Wow.
That was the thing. I said to him, this is the best. And he goes, well, it's a pretty low bar, meaning it's just diner food.
Yeah.
No, it's a very high bar because every one of us is an expert in this food.
Right.
Right.
We know.
We know
bacon
what
and
kind of
eggs.
food it is.
We know an omelet. We know a burger. We know a tuna melt. So everyone, you're actually competing with memory.
Mhm.
Right.
So
And nostalgia.
Exactly. So I come home and I want this. I want a great diner in my neighborhood on Larchmont Boulevard. And I say to Nancy, who lives in the neighborhood too, what do you think? And she goes, I'm in.
Wow.
And she had never focused on diner food before, but because she's a genius,
Mm-hmm.
she like laser beamed onto like a waffle. And suddenly it's the best waffle you ever had in your life.
So she invented this waffle that you have, the
Yeah.
recipe for it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, this is now crazy on top of crazy in terms of beautiful luck. My daughter is dating a chef, and he's a great chef. He's opened many restaurants around town. His name is Mason Royal. And so I bring him to the tastings. We're doing tastings for like a year because we can't get the space on Larchmont. We're waiting and waiting in the city. It's very hard to deal with the city. Everything takes a million years. So we're doing these tastings, and I'm fine with it because, you know, you want to focus on each thing and make that one thing the best ever. So I bring my family with me, and I say, Mason, come along because you're a chef. He's saying smart things. And Nancy, without telling me, meets with him privately and then tells me, what if Mason ran the restaurant?
Wow.
And I said, wow, Nancy Silverton, if you say it, then it's not nepotism.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
There you
said
go.
it. I didn't say it.
Right.
Well, months go by. We're still testing and this and that. I'm into him doing it. And then he proposes to Lily.
Wow.
And so...
That's job security.
That is it.
No, she loves him so much. And then...
That's amazing.
and
Congratulations.
once she sees his passion for it, it's kind of infectious, and she wants to work in the diner too.
Amazing.
She never had any restaurant experience, or just she loves them, but she had no. But she's so natural at being like a front of house hostess type hospitality person, and she has such a good eye for design and everything that she's the creative director, and he's the director of operations, with Nancy being the executive chef, meaning she did the recipes, the prototypes, and Mason scaled it for a diner that serves hundreds of people every day. It's a living love story to see them both in there together working and so happy to be doing it. That's my favorite part.
And if we zoom out for a second, take a look at this. The diner is named after your late parents, who it was their wedding anniversary today, right?
Today's would be their 70th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
So Max and Helen, your parents of blessed memory.
Yes.
And
if you came today, you got free coffee.
So, well, I'm stuck here with you. I got to leave.
That's how we celebrate them.
So how about this? Your daughter is working in a diner named for her grandparents, owned by her father, and operated by her future husband.
Well, they're married now.
Oh, they're married. Okay.
And the day after they got married, we had planned this, that the going away brunch, the day after the wedding, would be at the diner. And we would thought we'd close it down for that. But it didn't open yet because the city. We couldn't open. So there's still like paper on the windows. But we had everyone come in the back, and it was the first meal that we actually served at the diner.
Wow.
And they were working it.
That's beautiful.
Having been married the day before. I think I got more emotional seeing them happy working than I was at the wedding the day before.
That's the ultimate family business.
It's unbelievable.
But it's very sweet.
It's 3 generations.
But I tell you that...
It's like a healthy version of the mob.
It's 3 generations that opens all at once. Mostly like a 3-generation place would have been around for like 100 years. You did 3 generations in an opening.
And your wife shops for the store? What did...
she just shops.
She's so happy to be rid of you during the day now.
True. I'm there every day. I'll be there for dinner.
You have to be. That's what they say about restaurants, right?
Well, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's your hangout. And you get to be around your family.
It's kind of, not to use a big word on your podcast, but it's the apotheosis of everything that I go for.
Get out of the bus. That's it.
You have
too big a word.
Bleep that word out.
Yeah, get it out of there.
None of our people listening will have any idea.
What does it mean?
Apotheosis.
Like the culmination of everything that I've always worked towards. What's that? Friends, family, food, travel, laughs.
Wow.
It's all, love and joy in this come to life. So it's a lot like a show. You build a set. Right. In my case, I found this great designer, Matt Winter, who's done a bunch of nice restaurants here in LA. Great designer. And I said, I just want it to look like it's been here 100 years. So I'm not doing ironic 50s, winking at the audience. I'm doing I just fool everybody that it's been here 100 years.
Right.
Because Larchmont is 100 years old.
It's a beautiful street.
Yes.
It's a gorgeous street.
It's one of the few Main Street USA streets in LA where you can walk down.
Small town.
And it feels like a small town in the middle of the city. So I love that. And I knew this was the place for it. And selfishly, it's near my house. It's a 20-minute walk for me.
There you go.
So you build a set, you cast it, meaning everyone's that's going to work.
Yeah.
There. You're looking for kind of Hamish, nice people who might hug you if they saw you a second time, in the place.
Yeah.
And then the food is the dialogue. The food is the jokes.
Food testing is the table read.
Exactly.
Right.
So you have to get that right. If you
Yeah.
don't have that, you don't have
You don't have the
anything.
table read.
Exactly.
You don't know what's going
You
on.
got to fix the jokes.
Yeah.
So that's really it. So when I walk in there and I see happy people and they're even waiting online to come in, it's a lot like having a hit
Wow.
show.
That's a studio audience.
So
Exactly right.
you're
It's really sweet.
You're a familiar, famous face now. When people come in and they see you,
Yes.
what do they say?
Well, I come over sometimes with their food. I'll bring people.
Oh, wow.
Go in the back and I say, give me that. Where's it going? 23? I go to 23.
Do you also bring them a check?
The specialty of the house?
Yeah.
But I come over and I do see, it does feel like they're at Disneyland and Goofy has come by.
Yeah.
They can't believe it, right?
Sometimes they're very surprised. Sometimes I'm just the guy
Right.
if they don't know who I am. And that's fine. It's great. But I ask them, how's everything? Good. I'm just happy they're happy. And people come literally from around the world to eat
Yeah.
it.
I'm sure. Rodney Dangerfield told the story. He owned Dangerfields in New York.
I remember I used to go.
So one time he was on stage and he gets off stage and you got to walk through the audience to get out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
This guy stops him as he's right off stage.
Yeah.
Rodney thinks the guy's going to tell him how great he was. The guy goes, "Can you get me some more butter?"
No respect at all.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
I tell you.
No, I tell you, no respect.
Well, you think you've got all these phenomenal recipes. These you mentioned the waffles, and I'm sure there's many more. Or will there be a recipe book from Max and Helen?
I think there will be.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds really
Eventually.
pretty cool.
Now, if something isn't going, like they're
Selling?
does it come off the menu?
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
just in the beginning. So, I happen to think the chocolate pudding was the best chocolate pudding I ever had. But there's so many other things on the menu that no one's ordering it. So it's off.
What surprised you the most about this?
What people love and what they, don't
What
care
are the
about.
favorites? Fluffy eggs?
That's many, for breakfast, they want Max's fluffy eggs. That was my dad's favorite thing in life.
I know.
Very soft scrambled eggs.
And he would tell your mother
Yeah.
how to cook his eggs.
Exactly right.
Fluffy. Yeah.
And she would freak out at him because they were married a long time. Max, we're married 60 years. You don't think I know?
Yeah.
You like your eggs? I'm listening to the opera. Why are you bothering me when I'm listening to the opera? That was her favorite thing. On his tombstone, it says, "Did you make the eggs fluffy?" And on her tombstone next to his, it says, "I'm listening to the opera."
Do you visit the gravesite?
No.
Never.
No, I visited the diner.
Yeah.
The diner's a living memorial to them. Their pictures are all over the place.
Mhm.
You feel, I'm not very spiritual, but you feel them there.
I'm
And
sure they are.
The melancholy thing for me is they would have loved it. My dad especially would have been there every day telling the chef to stop cooking the eggs. They're done.
Last time you were on the show, you talked about building a guest house for your parents.
Yes.
And nothing has ever inspired me to want to make it more than that. That's
To do
my
something like
my
that
new
for
goal
your
in
folks.
life is to, while they're still here, please God, I want to get
Yes.
to the point where I can make them a guest
you have-
house like that.
You have the bus.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But his parents don't want to live near him anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
We've had it with
Where
him.
are your parents? Where do they
They live in New York, but
Yeah.
even
when
since
they come out?
then, I've made the guest room. We have a guest room in this house that we're renting here.
Yes.
I've made the guest room the nicest room in the entire
That's
house.
it.
So when they come,
they
I,
demand it.
yeah, but it's just you have and had such great respect for your parents, which is such a great thing.
Well, owe them everything.
Yeah, and
Plus, not only were they the most supportive, loving parents, but they were such a font of comic material that I exploited my whole career.
right.
I owe them everything.
So I think it's a great lesson that anybody can take if you're blessed to have parents, is to do anything you can to respect and give back to them.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Who was the who did the food at your daughter's wedding?
Oh, that was fun because my daughter and I felt that the thing we like least about weddings is the sit-down dinner.
Right. I agree.
I love the cocktail hour. I love all the fressing at
Yeah.
the cocktail hour. And because you're eating what you love, it's not fancy. You're sitting and talking with who you want to sit
be
and
with,
talk
right.
with. So I said to Lily, what if, by the way, we did it at the house.
Oh,
So they got married on the front yard.
so the gardener was there.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't want to interrupt this, but I have to.
Go ahead.
I'm smiling so big because my brother, who's a chef,
Yeah.
who you'd love his stuff. He does very specific vegan raw.
Really?
But he developed all the vegan raw for Erewhon supermarkets.
Holy cow. So
So-
he's a billionaire.
No.
Because they pay very well, I hear.
No, but he's a very creative artist and
Yeah.
talented guy. But he just went to a wedding yesterday.
Yeah.
Called me before you got here. We literally had this conversation where we both said the meal, it's all about the schmorg. The smorgasbord is like the appetizers.
That's right.
We're like, the schmorg is way better than the meal. The meal should be the star, but the schmorg is always the star.
Right.
Why don't they make the schmorg the star? And then hours later, you're sitting in the bus having the exact same
That's
conversation.
exactly what we did.
Yeah.
And I thought, what if, we know people in the restaurant business. So what if we got our favorite items from our favorite restaurants?
Mm-hmm.
So we had Anna Jack Ty's fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
We had, and that's a not a booth, but like a stand.
Yeah.
What if we had sushi and hand rolls from Sugarfish? What if we had Adam Perry Lang, the great barbecue guy, make his lamb chops? What if we had?
Wow. So it's what you did, huh?
We had about 10
Wow.
different things. So that was for an hour, 2 hours of just that. We had some music playing, but it's background music.
Yeah.
There's couches and tables set up all over the yard,
Wow.
and you go and eat what you want and sit where you want with who you want.
Yeah.
Then we went to the backyard
Uh-huh.
with a DJ, dancing, and dessert.
I love it.
Skip the 3-hour boring
It's
Right.
same meal for everybody.
And nobody likes it, and
Nope.
everybody's full already.
Everybody's full already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't eat another. I
it
can't
was
eat
the
right.
most fun wedding. The reason I went into detail on this is because I'm trying to change weddings. Because I don't want to go to a wedding anymore where I have to sit there
Right.
and eat that rubber chicken.
It's
They
time
call
to
it the
revamp it.
They call it the rubber chicken, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
rubber
it's
chicken dinner.
yeah.
That's what it is.
And the dry salmon.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. And it's common sense, and nobody
Even if it's great, you're full already.
you're full already. Who needs it?
Did anybody walk by while you were in the front line and see what was going on?
Let's see. Did they? They might have. I was into my kids getting married, so
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
There's hedges. It's not that visible. You have to really move back a little bit to see over the.
Right. Gotcha.
So, Mark, his daughter Lily, who he's talking about, who got married.
Yes.
The two of you both wrote a book together, a children's book, and it's one of my kids' favorite books.
That's great.
It's so. Last time you were here, you signed their copy.
Yeah.
The pages are ripped. They're all crumpled. It's been read so many times.
Wow.
My kids who can't read it to me because they know it by heart. So they pretend they're reading it, and it's quite incredible how they're almost word perfect on the pages.
By the way, that's how they learn to read.
Yeah. And then there's pieces that are like ripped off corners. They still are reading the words, even though the words are ripped off.
Fantastic.
They love this book so much. And it was very cute because last time Phil was on the show, I introduced them and I thought they were going to flip out because they were so excited. I told them that the guy from your book is coming. And after the show, I think I hyped it up. I said, they're going to be, and they came out and they were actually starstruck. So like, instead of being like so excited to see him, they were
numb.
super quiet. And
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
And it was, you remember that?
I do.
So
'Cause your kids are never quiet.
it almost looked like I was a liar because I'm like, they're going to be so excited to see her. They come out and it's like, so I said to them, what happened? They said, oh, I didn't know what to say. So one of my daughters said when he left, it was the cutest thing. She turned to me and she goes, Daddy, is he going back in the book now?
Oh.
Like you live there. You live in the book.
If I knew, I would have brought you the second book.
There's a second book?
Coming out March 9th, I think.
Oh my God. They're going to flip out.
Just try it someplace new.
Mm-hmm.
The dad brings the girl to his mother's house to stay over one night.
Oh, wow.
And the kid is all like nervous.
Yeah.
What's that going to be like? I'm not going to like it. What if she has broccoli? What if I have this?
Yeah.
What if the bed is lumpy? What? And then you get there and you see that you didn't have to worry.
You are a major star in my household because of that book.
Oh,
you know, and
that's great.
And it's like it's become part of like the family. I don't know what you call it, banter or whatever. But we'll be at the table.
Yeah.
And if one of my kids doesn't want something, we put out, the other one will go, just try it. Just try it. Because it's from the book. So
you should get them each a copy and put it away.
Yeah.
And then when they have their family, give them gift them it.
It's so funny because like of everybody I've ever had on the show, they have no idea who anybody is. But when Phil is coming, I told them, they're in school. Like, why are you having him when we're in school?
What's it like writing a children's book? What's the difficulties of it?
The difficulties are, first of all, the joy to do with my daughter. She said, hey, you should write a kid's book. You're good with the kids on the show and the kids like you. You should write a kid's book. I said, yeah, I will if you do it with me. And it was just an excuse to
work with her.
Work with my daughter.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So I love doing that.
So how do you break this?
Sell a book.
How do you break the story too?
You know how you sell a book, a kid's book? You have to write the book.
Really? What a novel idea.
Book is on spec.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because it did well, they gave us a 4-book deal.
Wow.
So we didn't have to sell the other books. But
it's 35 more pages you got to write.
Exactly right. And so let's say the second book, you don't write a treatment and then get notes. You write the book and then they give you notes. Certain things that you would never think of, like, well, you can't, I mean, this is a bad example, like, but that guy had a gun in his pocket, you know, you don't mention gun.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that there are certain things that you do not do.
Right.
So that's
so I want to stay on this topic for a second because so many people try to write a children's book.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess to some level of success, your book, it doesn't do well because you're famous. It doesn't do well because of anything except they don't care about any of that. So your book resonates with my kids in the same way that where the Wild Things are, it resonates with them. Like it's a hit.
Wow.
So what makes a children's book, in your opinion, someone who's written a hit, what makes one a hit and one not a hit?
I don't know because how many times have I done it?
Right. But
I did it once and now twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only tell you what I think made ours popular.
So tell me.
A very relatable thing. Your kid is a picky eater. Every parent relates.
Mm-hmm.
Every kid relates.
Mm-hmm.
There's foods we don't like. And then the one, I guess, show busy idea I thought from when I'm reading books with my kids from when they were little is a kind of participatory thing. So when the character of Lily says, ew, or ugh, or no way, no way, no way.
Yeah.
If you write that big in the book, the kids love saying those
You're
things.
100% right.
And they're going to chime in. So we learned early on, like with a test audience, we read the book to little kids like in a school. And we said, when we say ew, you say ew. When we say no way, you say no. And they love yelling it.
And I didn't even have to tell them to do that. I didn't cue them. They did that on their own with that book. They do that naturally.
A great illustrator. The drawings are great.
They are, yeah.
They're so colorful and friendly and
Did you know the illustrator before?
Nope. We were put together. We looked at his stuff. We said, this guy seems amazing. He had a great resume. He did the, wonderful things. I just remember books when I was reading them to my children.
Yeah.
The ones that
Goodnight Moon.
Out. That's the sweetest book of all time. There's no laughs in it.
Mm-hmm.
We thought, what could we offer? Maybe if the kids laughed,
right?
They laugh when they yell, ew.
Yeah.
Right. The same characters in the second book?
Phil and Lil. Yeah.
Phil and Lil.
So
I'm the dad, and she's the.
so these
girl.
characters are going to run through it. So
That's it.
there could be a show here.
We talked about it.
Of course you did.
An animated series.
Yeah, of course.
Because we'd want the look of the books.
Yeah.
And maybe even a game. Maybe who knows?
You're back in.
How many drafts did it take you to come to that final?
A children's book, you can almost tell the story in 10 minutes to each other. And then the way we did the second one was Lily went and just filled it in, and then we worked on it together to punch it up and make it.
So when you delivered the first one, you delivered the whole thing to sell it? The pictures, the animation,
They
the
weren't
words?
going to do it until they saw every word of it.
Word and pictures and drawings too? Animation?
That comes next.
So they didn't have to see that at first. They just wanted to
They
read.
knew the drawing because they knew the illustrator.
Right, okay.
They knew what the drawings would be like. And then we see the drawings, and there were certain things that I thought needed to be done, like the dad looked 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The dad looked like, because he was wearing shorts and he had dark hair.
Yeah.
I said, you got to put some gray in that guy's hair because they're not going to believe that that's a dad.
Right.
That's all.
Wow.
Those were my notes.
That's, well, simple and good. Last time you were here, I talked to you about, I had seen you at the Netflix as a joke. Are you doing that again this year?
I am not. But tomorrow I'm going to Vancouver, and I have a show Saturday at the Just for Laughs Festival.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. The Netflix is a joke. Has how many shows? 500 acts.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, I've done it, and it's hard to sell because they're competing with themselves. They have 4 other shows the same night as you.
I know.
And they
It's
have
crazy.
giant stars.
Yeah. I know Jerry's doing it. Seinfeld's doing it. And
Of course.
he's doing it with, what's her name? Oh, why am I forgetting? Leanne Morgan,
Yup.
who's wonderful.
Who's big
Have
now,
you seen
yeah.
her show?
Yeah, she's great.
It's terrific, right?
She's great.
Nice show. She really is.
Voice and very talented.
Kind of a throwback, the show.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why people like it.
I think.
So you're very, very funny, obviously, ups on stage when you do these live appearances. And I talked to you about, would you ever do stand-up comedy? And you said, I don't know. I wonder, now that you've done a lot of these, you must have your go-to things that get laughs. Are you close to maybe doing that?
No, but I understand how to tell a funny story. And that gets home the more you do it.
Right.
So I can do an evening of funny stories because I have a lot of funny stories in this long career now. And that's what the evening with me is.
Is it still with somebody interviewing you?
Yeah, I like talking to
You like to
somebody.
play off somebody, yeah.
Because here's what I feel. If I go on stage, since I'm not a stand-up, but if I go and tell those stories just to the audience, they know that I've prepared these stories. Whereas if you ask me a question on stage,
Right.
I can answer your question with my story.
Right.
And so it has a spontaneity to
Kind
it.
of like on panel at a
Exactly.
Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be changed on the fly,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the
Sure.
question. The person can interrupt and add something or
Right.
not. And a conversation goes off from there. I do know what lines might get a laugh, but every night is different. And the whole second half of the show is Q&A with the audience,
Wow.
which is the best part. It's as much fun as doing Somebody Feed Phil is doing these shows to meet the audience. And we get everyone
Right.
from toddlers to dead people.
What you must get a couple similar questions from the audience.
I do.
I see Jerry when I work with him,
Yeah.
he takes questions from the audience.
And
at the
there's
end of the
some
set.
Are
Some of them-
the same.
Some of them are saying, about one of the characters, or if you're going to do a get together for another
A
one.
reunion.
Yeah, reunion.
You're doing a reunion for Raymond, right?
We did it.
You did it. But is it out?
Oh yeah, it was on CBS and now it's on Paramount. It's funny, CBS. I came to them 10 years ago with the idea for a 20th reunion special. They said, no, we're not interested.
Incredible.
How about 5 years later, 25th reunion special? That has a good ring to it.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Now there's a woman in charge there who is a fan of the show. I think they were fans of the show before,
Mm-hmm.
but this person said, "Great, we'll give you an hour." I said, "Well, it's honestly, it's not worth doing if it's an hour, because that means it's 42 minutes on CBS.
Right.
And if I tell you what the show's going to be, it won't fit. Plus the clips. So if you're doing a reunion,
Sure.
you want an act, a segment in between
Mhm.
commercials of first it's Ray and me.
Mm-hmm.
Commercial. Next with clips. Next it's Patty Heaton joins us. Clips.
Right.
Next it's Brad Garrett joins us. Clips. Next Monica comes. Clips. Tribute to Doris Robertson, Peter Boyle. Clips.
Right.
Mhm.
Here come the kids. Clips. Here comes outtakes. Okay, so you're already way long.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can't, and if you're not way long, that means you've given short shrift to everybody.
Right.
So that stinks. So I said no. They said, "Well, what do you want?" I said 2 hours. And they said hour and a half. And I said, "All right, I'll do an hour and a half, but I think it's going to be tight." Well, it turned out well enough for them to say, because the ratings was like I think the biggest
Wow.
non-sport special of the year on it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
But I thought it would do well because it was a popular show.
Right.
And they're putting it on. Why wouldn't it be the top show of the night at least?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why. Everybody is, they're very afraid of spending anything, especially for something old.
Mm-hmm.
They called the next day after the ratings come in. "Do you have any more material? We'll do another one."
Right. Of course.
So, of course, we overshot it. And
Yeah.
we had another hour to give them. And the 5 days later, they did another hour.
Yeah.
And then put both of them on Paramount Plus. So you can see the 2-part
Wow.
special.
I will definitely watch that.
It's good. It turned out good.
I'm sure.
How was it getting together with everybody?
Meh.
Yeah. It's a stupid question because I know what the answer is, but
We love it. We love it.
it's like you never lost a step, right?
We stayed in touch. So it was
Oh, you
just,
do?
it was- yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, the kids, of course, they went their own way and they're kids. And it was just really sweet. That was really sweet to see them. And then the crew, I wanted to make sure I said, we're ending the special by having as many crew members as we can get
Wow.
come out. I just wanted the people to see, it's not just me and the actors make
Right.
it up. Look
yeah.
what it takes to
Somebody's
make a show.
behind this.
Right.
Yeah.
So they come out, and then we all watch the bloopers together,
Wow.
like we did every rap party for every year.
Yeah.
And it was just joyous and fun. And then we had food and had a great time. We've lost people. So there's that melancholy about it. Doris and Peter and one of the children
Hmm.
died. So that's sad, but we owned it and we talked about it.
Right.
And it was very touching and real. And then it was, Brad Garrett and Ray Romano are hilarious. So
Yeah, unbelievable.
when you put them together. We are going to play Austin, the writers and Ray,
Mm-hmm.
all of us on stage, which is an act that we did when Raymond ended. We went to the Aspen Comedy Festival when that
Mhm.
used to be,
Uh-huh.
and we did it the way Sid Caesar's writers came on stage.
Yeah, sure.
Right,
And
right.
they told stories.
Yeah.
We did that, and I thought each of us, because the assignment always was, go home, get in a fight with your wife, come back in and tell me
Right.
about it.
That's right.
Every writer has a real life story that happened to them,
Mhm.
which they could tell on stage, and then we show a clip of the show that became.
Great.
That's amazing.
So that's our show.
When is
and
that?
For the 30th anniversary
Mm-hmm.
of the show having premiered, we're going to be at the Austin TV Festival at the end of March.
When is it?
The exact date?
Yeah.
Hold on.
That was a
I'm
call
going
line.
to try and come.
You want to come?
I do. If I'm not busy, then I will be there.
You have nothing to do. I'm kidding.
It's really
That was the
fun.
Carl Reiner did that, right? He on Monday morning he'd say to folks, "Well, what went on this week with your family?"
That's where I got
Yeah,
the idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a perfect way to run our show.
Yeah,
is
perfect.
to be- we just want it to be relatable and,
Right.
and feel real. Let's see. Austin television. I want to say March 30th.
Can't make it.
Yeah.
I'll look. But I will if I'm available there. I'm coming.
You have the plumber coming that day, right?
Yeah, got a series of plumbers coming that day. But I would fly out for that because.
Sorry, it's May. Sorry.
Oh, you're busy.
Wait a minute, that might actually work.
Hold on. You can cut all this where I'm just looking at the phone, looking to try to find this. Right?
This is good material.
He's answering emails. He's just making believe.
Just pretend.
Yeah.
May 30th, not March.
All
May
right.
30th.
I'll let you know, but I'm if I can make it, I'll go.
Nice.
You know, I've told you this before, but I was addicted to Everybody Loves Raymond. Like
It's very dangerous.
That was my.
Did you go to a rehab?
Yeah.
I did. It was a very it was a very fun experience. They have you watch other shows to try and get you off of it.
Did you see please continue.
But I mean, it was just such a brilliant show. I loved that show, and I learned from that show so much about comedy and about realism in comedy, which is just it's a masterclass in that. It's if you're looking at it from an art perspective, it's like, you know, very real portraiture, you know, of life.
We had a rule in the writer's room. Could this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which I worked on shows where that didn't matter.
Right. Sure.
And if you don't go by that one rule, you're only as good as your last joke.
Right. Of course, I'll watch things and go, "This is impossible. That couldn't happen."
It wouldn't happen. And then you're a comedy writer, so you know you can articulate it. But a lot of people who are just watching, they don't say that would never happen, but they know in their mind something's not clicking. This is not real life.
Mm-hmm.
This is not trying to be real life. This is goofy. And they check out a bit. You have to be super funny. Super, like it has to be about jokes. And there's only one example of a show that I can think of that did it brilliantly, where it didn't have to be real life. It was not winking at you that it was jokes. And that was 30 Rock.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. But what about Seinfeld? Seinfeld had a lot of surrealist kind of humor in it.
It did. You're right. But also, to me, we could argue about this. I think that the strength of Seinfeld, the best episodes were the relatable ones where stuff happened that you believe.
The parking lot.
I mean, like Kramer hitting a golf ball into a whale. That's a great episode, but the chances of a hole-in-one into a whale, and that's not really believable.
But it
right?
works on a level of comedy that's not as deep for me as the masturbation show.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, besides the titillating subject matter,
Yeah.
was great for many other reasons. It's a funny thing that everybody does.
Yeah.
And it's relatable in that way. And also, what else did it have? Structurally, it wasn't four disparate stories that kind of magically meet up at the end of the show.
Right.
They were all focused on one A story. And that made it stronger for me as well.
There was a John Hamm. He had some show on recently.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name. I saw it. There was something so unbelievable it ruined the whole series for me. He robs people's. He's a rich guy.
Okay.
And he's robbing. He's down and out. He's lost his job, his money. So he goes to his neighbors who are all very wealthy people, and he sneaks into their house and robs them. And there's no cameras in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So he never really gets caught.
Mm-hmm.
How is this possible?
Oh, in today's day and age,
Yeah.
you mean? Yeah.
Totally.
Well, it would have worked if they set it back a few years.
Sure. Well, it's this day and age, and I'm watching. I go, where's the cameras? How's this possible?
Well, not everybody has cameras. That's fine. But you do have to have one where they have cameras.
Right. None of them have them.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying that the only good comedy is if you believe it and relate to it.
Right.
That's not. You laugh at what you laugh at, and there's different people have different tastes. I'm sure there's many people who are like that Raymond thing. I don't even like. It's not funny the way, you know.
You know what's obviously what's great about this show, aside from the writing, is Raymond. Raymond is just a phenomenal, one of a kind character.
Interesting character for any kind of drama or sitcom, when do you have a protagonist who doesn't want anything?
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't. All he wants is to be left alone, and he's caught in the middle of a
Right.
storm with everyone else in his family.
I never
So
thought
it's
about
very
that. Yeah.
rare to have it, but that was because he was really funny doing that,
Yeah.
Right.
trying to get out of trouble.
Can you give me any stories about working with Raymond on the set that we would, you must have a lot of.
I do. At the beginning, he never really acted before.
Right. I remember you told me about the coffee. Like
That was one.
Yeah.
The other one, if you heard that one, there was a moment where there was an episode where he had a Mickey Mantle baseball, and he found out that his dad forged the signature, and it wasn't really a Mickey Mantle baseball, but he lied to him and told him it was. So it's a Christmas episode, and he goes to give the ball back to his father because he doesn't want it anymore.
Wow, yeah.
And his father tells him the story of why he forged it, that he went to Yankee Stadium for weeks trying to get in to see Mickey Mantle, and they wouldn't let him, and he sat out in the rain, and he didn't. And so I practiced and practiced and practiced the signature, and so I would get it right.
Right.
Because I knew you would know the signature, and I did it, and that's why I did it. I'm sorry. And in the script, it said Ray doesn't say anything, but he picks up the ball again, and his dad is sitting at the kitchen table, and he kisses him on his forehead. And we get to that at the first run through, and Ray doesn't move. And I said, you want to do the thing? And he goes, no. And I go, no. He goes, that would never happen. I said, no, it wouldn't happen. He goes, no. I said, well, just a kiss on his head. He goes, that would never happen. And he starts getting a little, I've never seen this from him because he's the most mild-mannered, sweetest, neurotic guy in the world. But he gets, so I sensed, we hit a nerve. Come here, let me talk to you. I said, don't get upset. You don't have to do it. He goes, it would never happen. I said, I hear you. You don't have to do this. We'll think of something else. Or we'll just you just pick up the ball, and that might be enough. That's fine. But I will ask you this. If on shoot night in front of the audience, if you feel it, try it. If not, don't. He goes, it would never happen. I said, okay. So for 3 days, we keep rehearsing, camera blocking, everything. He doesn't do it. The audience is there. He walks over, picks up the ball, and kisses Peter Boyle on his head. And there wasn't a dry eye I could cry thinking about it now.
Yeah.
Because it was so sweet. But the reason it was so incredible for us was it came from a guy who wouldn't do it.
Right.
That's how much it meant to him.
Wow.
To do it. So it means more.
Wow.
So
incredible.
The rest of the season goes by. It's all about Raymond being fantastic, taking chances that he wouldn't do otherwise. My job was to help push him to take those chances and guide him that way. But he was so good that it didn't take much effort. You just had to point out reasonably why you would do such a thing. His joke is, whenever there's something I wouldn't do, Phil says that's why you do it.
That's wild.
And
yeah.
So now we have the wrap party for season 1. Things are nice because we've heard we're going to get picked up for season 2, which is like, we're dancing in the streets.
Right.
And he gives me an envelope. I don't know what's a tip. What's he giving me?
Yeah.
I find a quiet corner at the party and I open it. And inside it says, I never thought I'd thank anybody for making me kiss Peter Boyle.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's
terrific.
That's amazing of him to have that, to do that, it's a humility, and it's also just a nice kindness to
so we became,
make you feel so validated, right?
We became great friends. And to this day, we vacationed together. The families grew up together. We go every Christmas. We go somewhere together.
Nice.
He's about to be a grandpa.
What's he like on a vacation?
Sits on the chair.
That's a grandpa. He's ready for grandpahood.
He goes. He loves sitting by the beach or the pool.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he plays golf. That has to be. I don't play. But his sons play now. They're full-grown sons, and he loves going out there. He'll go like 4 times in the week to play golf with the kids. And it's great. And then I see him at the pool or the beach, and then we all go to dinner that I found.
You guys must be...
Oh, and I'm going to see him. He's on Broadway right now in this play All Out, where they have rotating casts come in, and they can literally read the sketches on stage, but he, of course, memorizes it and knows it, and he's on Broadway. He's
amazing career. Amazing.
You have an incredible chemistry together from working together for so many years. What's the banter? Are you guys coming up with stuff on these vacations? That's
he honestly, I'm a little funny. He's really, really funny.
I think you're undercrediting yourself, but
he thinks he has a brilliant.
Do you guys come up with ideas for shows or for sketches or for anything?
Never. No.
If you could go back to filming again that show, what would you do a little differently?
I don't know. It was fraught at the beginning with all kinds of. It's so much. There's so much pressure. I mean, it's a young person's game. If I was confronted with what we were confronted with at the beginning of that, including everything from crazy notes to a literal saboteur in our midst. I wrote a book about the experience because it was so incredible, and I wanted to kind of pay it forward to young people who might pursue this. It's a book called You're Lucky, You're Funny, How Life Becomes a Sitcom. You know this book?
I do, yeah.
So it came out right after Raymond ended. But it tells the story of getting one of these things on the air and what you have to go through that first year, because it's like you're trying on clothes, seeing what fits. So there are things that were, I wouldn't call them mistakes, but things that didn't work as well as other things, but that's completely natural.
Sure.
Every single sitcom, nobody hits the ground
running
or hits the ground and the show is exactly the same as it would be 6 years later. There's no way. There's natural evolution.
Did actually a person try to sabotage it?
Absolutely, yes.
What was the story?
Someone who worked for one of the studios didn't want to work at the studio. At that studio, he wanted to run a TV show, and he thought it would be great to run a TV show that was already running. And so he literally told Ray behind my back that I was the wrong guy for the show during the first season. And I'm only lucky that Ray was the type of person that he was, that he stuck with me.
Yeah. He's loyal.
And
he could see things clearly.
And he knew that we were on the, if it was a bumpy track, it was at least the right track. And this guy was.
Did he go on to working on other things?
Yeah.
He took over Seinfeld after that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You ever cross paths with him?
This person has since apologized.
Oh, okay.
Since then, and
did it make it all right?
I think we're good. Listen, it was 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So literally 30 years ago.
I'm in the process right now of writing a pilot with my friend, Jazz Callner.
Yeah.
And this is an idea for a show I've had for many years and never wrote it, and told him, and he said, "This is great. Let's write it." And we're writing it. And it's, first of all, it's very exciting. It's fun to write together. We have great chemistry writing together. But are there any general tips you can give me for writing a pilot? Like, because I know that there's nobody better at it than you.
Oh, that's very sweet. By the way, you're talking to someone who's failed way more than he's succeeded.
I've outfailed you by far, believe me.
Don't skip the outline stage of the story. Don't think that you'll find it as you go and just start writing dialogue, because the hard part is tearing that up and starting over. First, make sure your story is solid. By the way, it's just like writing the kids' book. First, make sure you have a story that's worth telling, that has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
Right? and doesn't have boring parts and doesn't have where every scene has a beginning, middle, and an end. And do that outline. Do that. That's the hardest part, is cracking that story. The dialogue is actually the easiest part. It's the fun part to fill it in.
Right.
So it's like you're making a coloring book, but first you have to draw that outline of what you're going to color in. The coloring's the fun part.
So,
Right.
Okay, I'll just slip this in and then I'm turning it over to Mark. But here's where we're at, where I'm a little bit struggling.
I charge a lot for these sessions.
Thank you. So we wrote our we wrote our first outline. We wrote up the dialogue. We thought we got a great thing here. We looked at it, 12 pages, and that's not enough pages.
No, it's not.
So
with the dialogue,
yeah. So
it's
what?
Good for a YouTube thing.
Yeah, but
if you want to test a concept, you could film those 12 pages if you wanted to, and put them out there and see if that's anything.
The concept of the show, I'll just tell you what it is. It's based on, I worked for many years as a concert security guard. So it's about a team of misfit concert security guards working in a big venue.
Right.
And like every episode, the guest star is a big singer who's playing the venue.
Right.
So it would be a little challenging to film for YouTube without the things you'd need for that. But that aside, have you found these situations where you write a script and it's just not enough pages, and what do? You
got to go back to the story.
Yeah, there's something lacking.
You build the story out more, not build out the dialogue more.
Now I can tell you one other thing, since you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
Having a different character every week is not why people tune in. They want to know who your main characters are. That's the show.
I know that, right? I agree with. Yeah, that's more like
you can say who it is. We never have to see them.
Right. I said that too.
Maybe once in a while you'll see them if it's if you get Cher or
something. Right.
Great.
I Love Lucy did that. They would bring on a different famous person.
Not every week.
Not every week. That's true.
Once in a while.
I like the show Extras, the Ricky Gervais show on HBO. Yes. I liked how he did that with actors in every episode.
But it wasn't a star every week, was it?
Usually it was, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
By the way, to concur what you were saying.
How many episodes did that go?
Not okay. Well, I hear your point.
Right.
Yeah.
Concur what you're saying. I'm writing a script, a movie with a friend of mine, Brian Ross.
Yes.
We did what you said. We worked 3 months on the outline, and we know exactly how to fill this in now.
Great.
I mean, you rewrite it, but we go from this to this to this, and we have not gotten lost, and we're coming around the bend now.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, but it was a lot of hard work.
For several years, the best studio in the world for writing was Pixar, and they wouldn't touch the dialogue until they had the story.
Right.
And they worked years on there.
Did you go into some weeks on Raymond where you didn't think the story was as strong as other weeks?
Every week.
Every week. That's just a fear. Yeah.
Yeah. We always think this is the one that got away. There's always at some point during the process.
Well, you did a great one. You think, I'll never come up with another great one like that.
Or we film it and it went great. And then I see the edit and I'm like, wait, I guess we don't have it. And then I sit in the editing and then have to. There's always something to do.
What does a non-Jew use for instead of oi? What is their word? Do you have it? Because I heard you.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Have you seen the Mel Brooks documentary? Shut Up! Fantastic, right?
Well, he's fantastic. So you
and it's
put the camera on him, and
he's so funny
and poignant too, and you learn stuff about his life.
I didn't know about with his kids, the troubles, and
of course,
yeah.
I didn't know he had that other family. I didn't know that.
Right, I didn't know that.
I thought it was just Dan Bancroft.
Right.
I met them.
He would go meet them every day after work, right? And then come home.
But I met them at the opera in LA, and I go over to say, somebody introduces us, and I say, "Oh my God, you're both so fantastic," and he goes, "I'm better."
Have you spent time with Mel? I mean, decent amount of time, yeah.
I had. The last time was last year. I was invited to Carl Reiner's daughter's house, which is where he now goes for dinner.
Wow.
And she's lovely, and they invited me. So it was just Mel, his assistant, me and her. And I walk in, and I've spent other evenings with him, with other people, other comedians too, other writers from Sid Caesar.
Shows.
Really?
Like Larry Gelbart and,
Wow.
and Neil Simon, and it was.
You're the
it was
luckiest
great
man. You're the luckiest man in the
Well,
world.
you manifest it. You make it happen.
Yeah.
I would want to make these things happen, so I did it. And I was kind of the organizer for their evenings together. I wanted them to spend time together. Because
Wow.
You know how it is. You have lives, and you go off and you don't see each other anymore. So they were, by the way, Mel said about Larry Gelbart, he was the fastest and the funniest.
He was amazing.
He was.
Yeah.
So we were.
I read his book.
Yeah.
Are you still something funny? I can't remember what it was. Such a great book about writing.
Because I don't know it. But Norman Lear was part of the group too.
Wow.
And Carl, of course. Anyway, I show up at this particular evening, and he goes, "You'll have to forgive me." By the way, he's like 98 at this time. My stomach's not so good. I don't know how long I'll be able to last. 4.5 hours later, I'm like, Mel, I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you talked to anybody since the Reiner tragedy?
Ugh, that's the worst thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a worse.
No.
I can't. It's the worst thing that ever happened. First of all, in Hollywood, like in terms of Hollywood tragedies.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing I ever heard of. I was with Rob 2 nights before that happened. It's unfathomable to me. Every element of that story is horrible.
Yeah.
First, that they died. Second, that they were killed. Third, that it was their son. Fourth, that the daughter finds them. And fifth, we have a president who denigrates them.
Right.
Yeah.
Every single part of it is horrible.
To add another horrible element to it, you've got these other 2 kids who lost not only their parents but a brother in the process.
Right.
They didn't even just lose the brother, but they now have this thing that they have to live with, where their brother, who I presume they love,
Of course.
took away the people they love the most.
It's a nightmare.
And then I was in the shower the other day thinking about this, and I started thinking about, you can have sympathy. It doesn't make you a bad person to have sympathy for someone who did a terrible thing. I started thinking about the kid, Nick, who did it, and what is his life like now in the aftermath of that? And when he sobered up from that, what?
Well, he's obviously mentally ill.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Nobody does that who isn't. It's just a
But
tragedy
I worked with
on every level.
I worked with a lot of these kids for a while in these rehabs in Malibu, and I was there in the capacity of a comedian running a group for teens who were homicidal and suicidal, and I did it for 5 years. I absolutely loved these kids, and it gave me a totally different perspective on them, because these are people who wanted to kill their family, and in these cases they didn't, thank God, and they wound up in a rehab. But you'd think, oh, these are evil people, but they're not evil people. They're just very messed up people, many times bipolar or schizophrenic or both, and very remorseful for how they felt, and talked about how they'd get out of control and their mind would control them. And it just gives you a lot of different perspective on something like that. And I realized, like, those kids who I loved so much, that's what Nick is.
I was wondering about how Mel Brooks is through this.
He's got to be devastated.
Yeah, he's got to be. He was so close to all of these people. I know.
Thanks for bringing the room down.
Yeah.
Great job, Mark.
Well, I knew you were close and you knew these people.
Yeah.
I did know these people. I can't say that, Rob and I were best friends, but I was way closer with Carl, actually. But it's still the worst thing I ever heard.
I had lunch with Carl many years ago, and he asked me to help him get Rob to lose some weight. That's a real Jewish lunch.
That's hilarious.
Can you help my son? He's a little heavy. What can we do to, it was so funny.
Yeah.
God.
So going back to the guest stars, we talked about first. I know but we got to switch off this topic. Who is the best guest star or who did you enjoy the most on Raymond as a guest star?
It's funny. The first name that's popping in my head is Andy Kindler because he's just always hilarious. Have you had him on here yet?
No, I'd love
You
to.
should. He just makes me laugh. I love him so much, and
I used to see him at Just for Laughs every year, right?
Oh yeah,
I love Andy
the State
Kindler.
of the Union address. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
So he was one of my favorites. Phil Leeds, the character actor, killed us.
Okay.
We had some great. Listen, we had.
You had Fred
Georgia
Stoll.
Engel and Fred Willard
Yeah.
played Monica's parents,
Mm-hmm.
and Chris Elliott played her brother. That was a spinoff we were ready to do
Oh wow.
with Brad Garrett moving to Pennsylvania with Monica and that family and doing that family.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, CBS said we'll give you a pilot, but we're not.
I'm starting to think twice about how I feel about this CBS. I'll tell you.
Well, now.
Yeah. By the
Did
way,
you ever have to get rid of anybody? Fire somebody
Yeah.
that came in for the week?
Yeah.
Tough, right?
Awful.
Did you have to do it personally?
Yeah, I would do it.
how do you handle that?
I'm really sorry. It's just it's not what we wrote. It's not you. It's us. We misjudged what we thought we needed for this. So I'm terribly sorry. We're going to try to use you in another way some other time.
Does that ever happen?
No.
No.
Do they still get paid?
Of course.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
That's the
If you didn't pay him on top of that, it would have been awful.
You know, Mark was on a show with Brad Garrett before Raymond.
yeah,
Two Stupid Dogs. We did the animation show.
right.
Brad played Big Dog. I played the Little Dog, and we were
God.
the best friends, but the stupidest dogs in the world.
Hilarious. And he's great at voiceover, obviously with that voice like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So always been, and he worked with Pixar bunch.
You had
Fantastic.
Fred Stoller on the show a bunch of times.
Love him. Hilarious.
Did you ever read his book, Life of a Perennial Guest Star?
I think I did.
And they wrote a Seinfeld book.
He did also
Yes.
write a Seinfeld book.
Yeah, I read
he's,
that one.
He's very funny. And he writes a lot about being on the set
He's
of
great.
different shows, including
He
Raymond.
came to the reunion.
Yeah.
He's
Tim
great.
Allen still very much enjoys doing sitcoms. I heard him the other day on Bill Maher,
Yeah.
and he just loves every minute of it, even at his age and learning scripts. Pretty amazing.
You think you'll do another sitcom? Or, you said it's a young man's game, but I mean, you know that.
I think I'm entering the Norman Lear years, meaning I'll mentor, I'll supervise. I don't want to run a show.
Mhm.
You know why? Because I'm having too much fun doing my show.
Right. That
Right.
makes
I wanna do
sense.
that forever.
And a restaurant.
And the rest
You don't have another 17 hours a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and the live shows and touring, I'm playing Australia in May
Wow.
for the second time. 6 cities in Australia.
That's a big country. You could go back 10 times.
It's so good.
Do you have any travel tips? You travel all over the world. How do you stay sharp? How do you stay,
You gotta sleep.
yeah.
Sleep on that flight.
You must have a lot of things that you've figured out, little tweaks along the way of traveling a lot.
I think you bite the bullet. You take that little sleeping pill for that long plane ride,
Right.
Mhm.
because the most important thing is to get onto your time when you're there. So sometimes I'll give myself, like, let's say we're going to film in a city. I'll get there a day or two beforehand
Mhm.
to acclimate a little bit. And
Right.
Then you're
Right.
yourself again.
Coming back from Israel, it took me almost 2 weeks because I was there for 2 weeks. So my clock completely
Yeah. You're upside
flip
down.
flopped. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it takes, you're going to have some days where you're tired. That's all. But is it worth it? Yes.
Yes.
Because you got to go.
Isn't it interesting about food that it's so different in different parts of the world? Like,
What makes it great.
I know it is what makes it great, but it's also like bizarre that you'd think like human beings would eat sort of almost uniformly, right?
But if you'll notice, they have a similar thing. Like everybody has a form of a sandwich.
Mhm.
Everybody has a form of a pizza. Everybody has a form of a burger or a pasta
Mhm.
Right.
or a breakfast with eggs, right? Everyone.
Breakfast, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think a lot of cultures do a breakfast with eggs.
I see it.
In
You would
India,
know.
do they do an egg breakfast?
Did I have breakfast with eggs? Maybe they're doing it to satisfy Americans who are coming.
Maybe.
If
I see a lot of. I'm not saying it's
Right.
It's what they eat all the time. By the way, you go to Paris and they have a croissant and a cigarette.
Right.
if something is food is illegal, like I don't know, can you eat shark in this country?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't,
There's some places where shark or
yeah.
if it was illegal here and you went to another country and they served it, would that be okay to eat it?
I guess if it's part of the culture, like I had a little piece of horse in Finland, you wouldn't eat that here.
What part of the horse was it? Do you have any idea?
For me, they gave horse's ass.
Yeah.
Piece of, it tasted like chicken, right? Everything tastes like chicken.
Tastes like meat, just beef. You know, I had bear there as well.
What kind of bear?
You know?
Well, I mean, that's a difference, right? Like, would you eat a panda bear necessarily? Would you like?
No, what is this? A fear factor? No, I'm not looking for this stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
But I go to places and they wanted me to eat iguana, and they made the mistake of asking if I wanted it. No, I don't want it.
Right.
But if they would have just put it on a plate,
You would eat it.
when it was slices of meat on a plate, I
Right.
would taste it.
And then
it's very rare that it's going to be awful. They did say in Iceland, they have their famous dish of putrefied shark.
right there, they bury it underground.
And it putrefies.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I tend to stay away from
Putrefied.
foods that start with the word putrefied. And they said, well, Anthony Bourdain did it. And I said, I saw that episode. He threw up. So if you want to see someone eat putrefied shark, watch that.
Do you
Yeah.
know before you go to the country what they're going to feed you?
No.
No.
Don't.
But you know
I
the
don't wanna
restaurants, they do the work. You know where you're going to
know.
go.
I know some of them, and we go through them, and then I don't want to know any more than that. And I want to know that we have room in the schedule to find restaurants on the way while we're there. Serendipity. Because I figure we plan, if any normal person will plan where to eat some of the big meals that they want to have on vacation. But I tell everybody, leave room to find stuff, because 9 times out of 10, that's the meal you remember.
Now, Iceland is a gorgeous country.
You been?
Yeah. And we rented a car because you need a car. And you can't get lost because there's only one road
That's
all
right,
around the
all
island.
around the
So it's impossible to get lost.
Yes.
Do you get a chance to see these countries and visit a bit while you're there?
I have a full week, and sometimes I'll take a couple extra days.
Yeah, well, Iceland is one of those places.
So gorgeous.
Every
Yeah.
20 miles is different terrain.
Yeah, not even more than that. I felt.
Yeah.
It's crazy how dynamic
Chip,
the landscape.
We were there when they let people own, well, they own more horses on that island than anywhere else.
Yes.
They use them as pets, I think.
and they're not allowed to import horses or export the horses.
And they're smaller.
That's right. They're
But
beautiful.
they also let, I think it's sheep, a certain time of the year, everyone owns them, lets them go,
Yeah.
and they can eat anywhere they want on the island, at your farm, my farm, his farm, and they're all tagged. So at the end of the season, they recollect
gather them.
and get them back.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, there was a bakery in Iceland too, in the middle of town there, in Reynard's, what's it called? The big,
Reykjavik?
yeah,
Yeah.
there was famous bakery.
Broad & Co.
Maybe right. It
BRAUD.
was just jammed. I can't remember the
And it
name.
had amazing cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
We filmed there.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Fantastic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you like the food in Scotland?
I love it. I love everywhere we go.
Yeah.
We find the best stuff that the place has to offer. And so I have nothing to complain about. It's great.
Right.
Did you ever have anything where they fresh killed it in front of you? Because I had a chicken once when they did that, and I could not eat it. I felt so bad for the chicken. I need a murder.
They had me in Spain. We were going to potluck dinner, and they wanted me to catch a chicken for the dinner. So, and you can see it in the show.
Like Rocky?
It's not easy to catch a chicken.
No.
No, it's not.
But I caught the chicken, finally, and it took some doing. Took longer than you see on the show.
Yeah.
And this weird thing happens when you catch a chicken. It doesn't fight anymore. It submits.
Wow.
It's sad.
Wish
It
my wife
knows
was,
it has no chance at that point.
Exactly.
wish my wife was like that.
And you kind of pet it under the chin like this, like a cat or something, and it literally purrs a little bit. And I fell in love with my chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "We're not taking this chicken."
Right. That's what happened to me.
We're not taking this one.
Is
And
that
he lived another day?
Another day.
Probably one more.
so?
day,
You're going to
but-
groan at this, but is that where chicken cacciatore came from?
Oh, that's terrible. But I'm a total hypocrite. I went and that night ate chicken.
Yeah,
It just wasn't my
it
chicken.
wasn't your chicken.
Right.
Well, I mean,
See,
what happened to me was I went to this place in Little Italy many years ago, and they had the chickens and the thing, and the guy says to pick whatever you want. So I picked one, grabs it by the neck, smacks him in the head, takes out a knife, slits his throat,
Oh,
throws him in this machine.
in front of you.
Yeah, comes out on the conveyor with no feathers,
Uh-huh.
and then he throws it in a plastic bag, hands to me. I walked home with the bag, talking to the chicken. I said, "I'm so sorry that I did this to you. I feel so bad," and my heart was broken. I put him in the oven, and I cooked them, but I couldn't eat them when I was done with it. I threw them away. I just could not continue on with this madness.
I've got
Some people would say that was worse than eating,
Yeah.
because at least he served a purpose.
Right. I've got 3 chickens in the backyard here
Mhm.
that I've had for nearly 10 years.
And you get eggs.
Not really anymore because they're old now, but occasionally. They're postmenopausal chickens. But
Never heard that word.
yeah, I've so people always ask me like, what do you do? I don't eat those chickens. Those chickens are pet chickens, and they're food chicken. I appreciate chickens in different ways. Different chickens
I think that's right.
in different ways.
Absolutely.
So I think we're pretty much at that point in the show now where we wrap it up. But
Something happens. Is there a lightning round?
yeah,
It could be.
It could be.
We waited for the rain to stop. We don't want to get wet.
Phil, you have any questions for us?
How long you been doing this now? A year or two?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. And it's going well.
Yeah.
Starting to really catch.
You got a young guy doing your social
20-year-old.
who knows things.
Josh Pinto,
I
great
need
guy.
to talk to him.
I'll put
We're
you in
going to
touch.
set you up with
I
him.
don't know things.
Just don't take him away from us, but we will set you up with
I'm
him.
going to offer him $1.
We will set you up with him. He's great. He'd love to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's nice.
Sabotage the show, just like the Raymond Saboteur.
The Saboteur.
By the way, there's one chicken
In
out
my
back.
book, I call that guy Yago.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah,
From
it's right
Othello.
there.
Yeah.
One chicken in the back he's not been able to catch. So when we're done here, if you don't mind.
If you want, you can eat them.
That's quite a workout.
Don't you remember in Rocky he does that? In the Rocky 1, Burgess Meredith has him chasing chicken, trying to catch it in,
Yeah.
as a workout, and he can't. The chicken's much faster. And
Very hard. And you're bent over, your back hurts. It's terrible.
Do you have a favorite meal?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza and diner food.
Mm-hmm.
I love diner food.
New York, there's a pizza that's voted the best in the world in Brooklyn. Do you know about this place?
Probably. Lucali.
What's the best out here?
There's a bunch. By the way, LA is having a pizza moment. Mozza started it.
Mm-hmm.
That's already almost 20.
Yeah.
That's
But-
on La Brea.
Highland and Melrose.
I'm right on the corner
Pizzeria
there.
Arts. There's Apollonia that's fantastic. There's Quarter Sheets that's fantastic. One of my favorites happens to be right down the street from me, Apollonia, which is amazing pizza. There's so many good ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new one I have to try called Sonny's that I hear is great.
What do you put on it?
I love everything. I love pepperoni. I love sausage. The Mozza pizza, sausage pizza is just incredible.
You know what's great about pizza too? 3 of the classic shapes. It's round, it's triangular, and if it's Sicilian, it's square.
Oh,
You don't have a lot of food that you got 3 shapes.
Yeah, you could if you cut it that way,
Yeah, that's true.
which
but,
is all they're doing.
yeah, but
When I was in school, they used to let us out for lunch. There was a place called the Pizza Den in Queens,
Yeah.
and I would beg the guy for the corner slice of the square.
Yeah.
That was everything.
when the
You should
cheese
try-
caramelizes
I
around
should
the
try Apollonia.
Apollonia.
On Wilshire near La Brea.
Okay.
Well, Phil, thank you very, very, very much for being here.
I love you guys. I love being here. We got happy. We got sad.
Yeah.
Came out the other side. This
Yeah.
is what life is.
Yeah. I would ask you where you have to push, but we don't have another hour and a half. You have books and podcasts and live shows. It's unbelievable.
You just go to phil.rosenthal on Instagram. And
What's the dot for? Was that a family name? Who knew you'd
My parents named me Todd.
Yeah.
Dot. It was Morse code.
But when is the new book, the children's book, coming out?
March 9th.
March 9th. And then TV?
TV will be, I don't know when the next season is.
Okay.
Or even if there's a next season.
How many is it now? 10?
I've been doing it all together 10 years, but it's 8 seasons on Netflix. We're one of their longest
PBS.
Their longest running show. We did 6 episodes on PBS, which are on YouTube.
Has anything happened off camera on that show? I know I'm sneaking in an extra question, but has there anything that's happened off camera on that show that you're like, I wish we'd caught that in the episode?
I'm sure there has been, but I don't dwell on it.
Uh-huh.
I'm happy with what we get.
Okay. All right.
But I know there's extra footage, and we'll be putting that on YouTube.
You should.
Yeah.
Of course.
We even have B-roll of the chefs making the food, and we thought, wait a minute, these are recipes that people could follow.
Right.
So why don't we repurpose that footage that we didn't really use in the show and do a little voiceover and teach people how to make the dish they saw us like on the show?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of calls from your friends that want to come to the restaurant?
I do.
You do?
I'm part reservationist now.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Mark will be putting in a call after
If you
that.
guys want to come, you let me know a day in advance and I can get you in.
really?
Well,
You know
thank
somebody?
I know a guy.
Okay, that's all.
Phil Rosenthal, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Phil. Mark, you have a book out?
Why not? Lessons on comedy, courage, and chutzpah, and my tour, markshift.com.
Wow,
And-
great.
And I've got a film on Amazon Prime doing stand-up in Spain and touring my ancestry called Reconquistador. So check that out. And
That's out now.
It's out. It's out.
Watch it.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been another episode of We Think It's Funny. We hope you did as well. And if you did, please leave us some love on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars, a nice rating, nice review. We're on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all the things. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. So long.